Well, all you have to do is mention our next Sioux Award recipient's name on campus, and you are sure to see a smile. Gordon Henry was an educator and influential leader at the University of North Dakota for more than 3 decades. Gordon received a bachelor's degree from UND in 1966 and a PhD in counseling in 1970. He spent 33 years at UND in service to students, and he's never stopped caring. He's never stopped caring about every young person who came to Grand Forks in search of a degree.
Gordon Henry was born in Westhope, North Dakota. He began his career as a science teacher and coach in Tioga, North Dakota. In 1965, though, Gordon's life changed forever. That's when he got a job offer at the University of North Dakota, and he and his wife Pat moved to Grand Forks. Henry would spend 33 years at UND. He held numerous roles during that time, from being a dormitory head resident to the vice president of student affairs.
Gordon is one of those people who has used his gifts and talents to help others and to make UND a better place.
Helping students grow has always been Henry's guiding philosophy. He's even said, quote, "I always believed strongly that I wasn't the vice president for students, I was the student's vice president."
Gordon is deserving of this award because, again, he did then what he continues to do now, which is about building relationships, helping people feel good about being here at the University of North Dakota. I really hope that he is proud of the work that he has done here at UND and on behalf of students, because we certainly are proud of him.
Gordon Henry, for continuing to invest in the future of UND students and for always putting others above yourself. Please come forward.
Hi, everybody. Wow, what an honor for me to receive the Sioux Award for something that has been a privilege for me to do for the last 30-some years, and that's care about students. That's all there is in my life, the caring of students. I wish to express my thanks to the Alumni Association for recognizing my career by presenting me the Sioux Award. I am humbled to be given an award for doing something that I enjoyed so much, which was working with and caring about students. Before I continue, I would like to recognize my wife Pat and my family. From 1965 to the present, she has been a full partner in my work with students. We have entertained, and we have kept track of it, approximately 1,500 students in our home over those 54 years. And to my children, David, Judy, and Mike, who shared their father with the students, and for the evenings they often joined Dad and Mom at fraternities, sorority houses, or residence hall dining rooms for an evening meal, we say thanks to them for having patience with us. Students are the essence of who I am as a person. Since high school days, I have wanted to be a teacher because of my positive experiences with my own teachers and the advisors that worked with me in many ways. The more I taught and advised, the more I enjoyed the experience. Assisting the students to me is a passion. Each fall, I look forward to meeting the freshman class as they came to campus for the first time as students and seeing all of the excitement and the potential before me, knowing that I would have a role in helping to prepare them for life. Throughout my years at UND, I advised all levels of student government at one time or another. Some included the following: student body presidents, student senators, resident hall consuls, Pan-Hellenic consul, interfraternity consul, probably 30 or 40 different student organizations, and thousands of individual students as they either strove to be productive student leaders or they were searching for how to be a person in today's world. I enjoyed teaching a class each semester while I was at UND. This gave me an opportunity to teach and to engage students and faculty in another setting. I believe that the university exists because of the students. Thus, one of my action questions was always, is it right for the students? I actually had a sign made up that I had posted on all of my different staff throughout the university wall so that when they're working with students, it was always remembered, but is it right for students? Is what we are doing right for them, not just right for the university? Each of us is only as successful as the quality of those with whom we work. On a day-to-day basis, the people that surround you in so many ways determine who you are. I specifically would like to thank the student affairs directors for their advisements that they gave me, for their leadership to assure that the student services under their directions were effectively being delivered to the students. Many lives have been affected by their efforts, and in so many ways, I am who I am because of you. And I want to thank each one of you very, very much. I wish to recognize several people who have impacted my life, both professionally and personally. First and foremost right now in my life has been President Tom Clifford. He believed in me. He believed in me, and he was a wonderful role model. And a true friend of mine. We started at the university at the same time, and we basically ended at the same time. Lily Nelson, Dean of Students, retired, who since the early 70s was a caring and wonderful colleague. I also would like to thank Patsy Neese, who was my administrative assistant while I was the vice president for 14 years. And Lillian and Patsy right over there, well, I can't describe it. Those of you who know understand what I'm trying to say. I would like to thank a very, very, very important person in my life, Dr. Lee Janot. He was the Associate Vice President. He was responsible, probably as much as anybody, for starting the Native American programs on campus. Lee, more than any other person in my life, assisted me in understanding the natives of North Dakota. And I thank you, Lee. I thank you, Lee. And during my last years at the university, when I was wanting to make that transfer to another life, I didn't retire from the university. I quit. I still had 10, 15 years ahead of me. I left the university because I said I'm doing what I'm doing well, and I want to be remembered as the person who did it well. And I made the decision that I was going to go out and be a consultant and do staff development things around the country, and I did that for 12 years until illness said it's time to quit. And during that time of transition, one of the staff who worked with me, talked with me, helped me through all that process, was a good friend by the name of Dean Shrevey. And Dean, would you please stand? I know you're here somewhere. Dean? So I'm really not trying to be too somber about all this, but I'm very passionate about it. I feel very strongly about our university, the University of North Dakota. One of the major reasons I stayed at the university, because I always had the feeling that it cared about me. It cared about me as a person, and I said, that is an important quality. That's why many of you, or most of you maybe, are even here tonight, because you have that same feeling about our university. And one of the major factors involved in all of this has been the work over the years of the Alumni Foundation. You have made such a big difference in the lives of so many of our students. I had one student I remember came in to see me one day, and he was crying. He was really, really having a tough time. His brother had died, and he wanted to be able to go to the funeral. He literally had no money. I go to the Alumni Foundation, and within an hour, I have $1,000 cash. And I gave it to that student. He went to his brother's funeral. And it wasn't me that gave it, it was the Alumni Foundation that gave it. It was you that did that for this person. And I commend you. And when I got disappointed with this young man because he didn't come in to see me to give a thank you, and I'm kind of concerned about that, because I think that's important. And I went on for a month after month after month and month, and finally an event happened. An event happened at the university, and I went to it, and he comes up to me and he says, Dr. Henry, I'd like you to come with me. And he took me back into a little nook in the building that we were at, and his whole family was there. And his grandmother stepped up and gave me a quilt blanket for her thank you and their thank you for what we did for that young man. Think of that. And here I was passing judgment on somebody, but his grandmother was busy making a quilt for me. That's what it meant to me to work with young people, to be able to see the change, to be able to meet their families, meet their brothers and sisters, to recognize what I love doing seems almost surreal, that I'm being recognized for thinking and caring about the students. To all of the students, faculty, staff, and administrators at UND, I say thanks. It is my pleasure to accept this award this evening in honor of all at the university who have consistently demonstrated an effort to make UND a supportive and caring campus and a positive learning experience for the students. I am proud, very much proud, to be an alumnus of the University of North Dakota. Thank you.